This is a true life story. There was a child named Babajide. Babajide stole a phone within an estate that belongs to a neighbor. Babajide was arrested and he was told to make a payment before this arrest would be rescinded. Babajide sold this phone for 60,000 naira only. And his parents had to be called. When they got to the police station, Mr. and Mrs. Adelaja informed the policemen that they would do their very best in getting a new phone. The sum required was 250,000 naira to release Babajide from detention. After a while, the parents sold some valuables and they were able to make the payments, and Babajide was released. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, on the way going back to their house, Mr. and Mrs. Adelaja called this son and asked him, told him clearly, this must never repeat itself. You have not only brought shame unto us, we have also parted with 250,000 naira. Guess what? Babajide smiled. And the parents were wondering. The mother was almost in tears. Babajide spoke and told them, this money that was given to the investigation police officer is right here with me. Meaning, he stole the money even after the fact that he was arrested. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, if you were Mr. and Mrs. Adelaja, what will you do? Punish him? Return the money to the police station? Tell me, what are you going to do? TM Ned, what will you do? Don't worry, it's still part of my speech, but tell me, what are you going to do?
I'll share the money.
You will share the money. I like that honest feedback. This year, be sincere, what will you do? Honest feedback.
Send to Chile.
Thank you. I'm not going to ask others for their opinion. These are valid responses. Thank you, DTM, and thank you very much, TM Ned. This must have been a repetition of different things that happened to Babatunde all through his life. Babatunde must have been influenced by different exposures and different experiences. Possibly, if Babatunde had gotten better influences, he would not have repeated stealing after he was arrested. Telling you and I that he was never sorry for the incident that happened. A leader of influence. The situation of Babajide would not have deteriorated into this if Mr. and Mrs. Adelaja were of positive influence in his life. That leads me directly into the leadership styles that we have available. Many of them, autocratic, democratic, visionary, servant leadership, you can name them. If I'm going to talk about the autocratic leadership, just like we had during the military regime, the Federal Executive Council is hereby dissolved. Those are some of the things you hear with someone that is using an autocratic leadership style. But what is the style that I have chosen? One of influence. Transformational. And what have I decided to do? Help and assist people as much as I can. Play my part. Play my role. And if you are here today listening to me, the little part you need to play in Toastmasters, listen carefully, just pick a role to play. Every meeting, pick a role to play. And you'll discover that you'll be of great influence. As I conclude, know yourself and know your audience. Know the people you are leading. Understand what they need at every point in time, and you will be of great influence to them. Bimbo, I am going to conclude with these quotes by Aristotle. He said, to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. Is that not sagacious?
Yes.
To be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. Thank you. Back to you, the Toastmasters.